Well, I'm Toby.
And I'm Savannah.
And this is It Chapter 2's trailer from a certain point of view. So now I'm really excited for this. I love the first one. I love the miniseries that was out in the 90s with Tim Curry as Pennywise. I always loved that. I thought that one was just a lot of fun. Really enjoyed the remake, the beginning part that came out a couple years back. Got a really good group of kid actors in that one. They really all kind of meshed together.
Which, I mean, they might kind of do some flashbacks and stuff for them, but I doubt they'll really be in this one.
Yeah, we shouldn't really see too much of them just because we are into the adult form now, the second part of this whole story by Stephen King. And so, yeah, we can get right into it now. And we don't have the trailer up yet. We do promise that is coming. We will be getting the trailers on there while you guys watch us for the trailer. I know that it's frustrating. Please bear with us. We are working on that part. So we'll go ahead and do the countdown like normal, and then we'll go ahead and press play. We'll start it.
I used to live here. Won't you come in? It's the least I can do. Is it like you remember? Cleaner. Well, you feel free to look around while I get the water boiling. Your hair is turning black. My heart burns.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Just
Music. I do apologize. It gets so very hot here this time of year. It's like when you feel like you could just about die. But you know what they say about Derry? No one who dies here ever really dies.
Is she broken?
Yeah.
But tell me, how is it being that
Oh,
way?
my goodness.
Strange. Strange? Oh, my.
Oh, gross.
She's got some burns?
No, it's
I
like
had
that.
some cookies in the oven before you came. Stay right there.
I shouldn't impose. I'm gonna.
No, I insist.
Your photos are lovely, Miss Kirsch. Are these your family?
My father came to this country with $14 in his pocket.
What did he do, Mrs. Kirsch?
My father joined the circus.
Oh.
Interesting. Oh, she's naked.
I was always Daddy's little girl. What about you? Are you still his little girl, Beverly? Are you?
Oh, my goodness.
Meaning the Losers Club has officially begun. We can do this, but we have to stick together.
Jesus. I got chills up my spine on that one. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Didn't give anything away. That trailer left me with so many questions.
I mean, give away a scene.
Yeah, that old lady scene, they did give that away, but that's fine. God, Bill Skarsgård looked just terrifying as ever.
Yeah, they showed it was like he was scraping his face off.
Yeah.
Ugh. Interesting though that he had a daughter. Is that true to the books? I don't remember.
So I read the book a long time ago. And
I know.
don't
I
even
never
remember it at all.
I will admit that I actually never read the book. For
I don't
this
think
one.
that there was ever any kid thing in the
Him having a daughter.
miniseries, like
Yeah.
having that. Yeah, so that
So we could just
looks
Google
like they're gonna
search
have the great adult cast, like
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I knew James McAvoy.
Hader.
Bill Hader. I think he's supposed to be Richie.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't
who he's
remember
gonna
which
be.
one is supposed to be.
Who's playing older Beverly?
That's Jessica Chastain.
That is Jessica Chastain. Okay.
We'll look it
We'll do
up,
the
yeah.
second viewing now. I wonder if there is no daughter and that's just Pennywise himself fucking with him.
Is it like you remember?
Cleaner.
Well, you feel free to look around while I get the
Interesting
water
that would still be there that much long later. Like, I feel like they would have
Yeah.
cleaned that house out.
God, that's so gross.
Oh god, yeah, she just walks so weirdly there. Just
music. I do apologize. It gets so very hot here. This
so what were you
time of
saying with her
year.
chest? I said
The,
burns.
no, it's like more like lesions. It's like the old guy with all like his like face was melting off in the first part.
Oh
one.
yes,
No one who
okay.
dies here ever really dies.
I honestly expected her to be like, ah!
God. Like she just stops. Almost like a robot just ran out of
it's-
power.
It's like she's. I mean, I'm guessing she's already dead.
Yeah.
Strange. Strange? Oh my. I had some cookies in the oven before you came. Stay right there.
I shouldn't impose. I'm gonna.
No, I insist.
Your photos are lovely, Miss Kirsch. Are these your family?
My father came to this country with $14 in his pocket.
What did he do, Mrs. Kirsch?
My father joined the circus.
God, that would. Her eyes just widen so much. Look at him too.
Yeah.
Wow, he's terrifying. Ah,
Yeah. Why does she have to be naked?
I wonder what's old naked lady running around.
Little girl. What about you? Are you still his little girl, Beverly?
It would be interesting if he's got like somebody that helps him now.
House footsteps though. That's
We should
terrifying.
have paused it right there.
The losers club has officially begun.
I will have to look up. I'm super excited James McAvoy's in here.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed all of his movies.
Yeah. See, peeling his face off.
So yeah, scraping off the face there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, it looks like we'll have at least one more major battle down in the sewers, which is where the final battle usually takes place in
Yeah.
the book and in the original miniseries.
Yep. So it makes
Looks like we're gonna have a whole other little bathtub of blood kind of stuff
Yeah.
going on here.
Yay.
Yeah, that's great. I always feel bad for people who just get doused in blood like that. I'm just like, oh,
I feel bad for the actors too. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's not obviously not actually blood, but still gross.
still, yeah, it's still gross.
I guess it's not the worst thing you have to do as an actor.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that isn't the worst, but the balloons and just the imagery in this trailer, the ending to this whole thing when his face lights up red. Oh. Like that just sends chills down your spine. That is terrifying.
That's, I mean,
Like,
see,
I don't think
that's the
we'll
least
have
terrifying
any
part to me,
clowns at
but-
our daughter's birthday ever because of this.
Honestly, it's not even just because of the actors. Clowns are just, I don't understand why people have clowns
Yeah,
at
clowns
their
are
birthday.
weird.
They're
They're
weird.
terrifying. The people themselves aren't weird. Clowns, as clowns,
Clown
are just
characters
weird. Yeah,
have
clown
always
characters
been
are just weird.
Weird.
Look at the Joker. He's very weird. But it's interesting that, clowns are like such a kid thing, but yet they're just so terrifying. Always. I mean, anytime you see clowns in movies or TV shows, they're killers, they're doing something, or they're drunks, and they're like screwing up some kid's birthday party. There's never a happy clown.
In the movies and
And
yeah.
in the TV show. In real life, yes, I've met plenty of them, but,
You've
it's
met
just-
plenty of happy clowns in real life?
Oh yeah, at the circuses and stuff.
Okay, fair, yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten a bunch of those. And I'm not just meeting happy clowns on the side of the street or anything. I don't know what that
If
deal
you
is.
are, what neighborhood do we live in? I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
understand.
Yeah, where are they now? So yeah, I feel like this is going to not only because the first one was terrifying enough, but I think some people maybe had a hard time connecting with it from the original series because it didn't. The original one didn't spend a whole lot of time as the kids, and this was a whole movie based.
Well, in the
around
book it did.
On the
but
book it did.
In
Yeah.
the miniseries.
Yeah, the miniseries, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, it was a good chunk of it was kids, but I think
Yeah.
there was more adults. And this will attach to more people as adults who are now seeing this, because these are now adults dealing with these things. And some adults always are like, oh, I'm not scared of anything, when they're really terrified of some stuff. Sometimes it's okay to be scared. It's what makes us human and makes you strive to be better. But yeah, I think this movie's going to be utterly terrifying. I'm really excited to see
I feel like I'll be less terrified by it. I was more terrified by it when they were kids, because for me it's more terrifying the idea of a kid getting hurt than an adult getting hurt.
Interesting. I guess I could agree with you a little bit on that one. That's interesting.
That's just for me.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it.
I get more worried for child characters in those kind of movies than I do for, like, you know, the stereotypical 80s dumb teens getting drunk and getting murdered, or like or even like the adult. Not that I don't care about the characters, I still do, but it's just not. I think it's a lot more terrifying for some people, especially people with kids.
Oh yeah, very fair.
The idea of a kid getting hurt, because they don't usually. That's why they don't. A lot of movies don't even show it. Kids getting hurt or killed.
Off-screen kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair. I could agree.
That's why the first one. I mean, when they ripped Georgie's arm off in part one.
What a great scene.
That was.
It was horrifying.
Did not.
Well, see, there you go. So that proves the point there. Like, the first one's more terrifying for you, as this one's gonna be a little bit probably more for me.
Yeah.
Because it just deals with more. I don't know. I always like seeing that the mind of an adult, like, being tormented and stuff, because it just shows it doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, what your background is. Your mind can you can always mess yourself up in your mind. And I think there's a better way to say what I'm trying to say, but I just can't think of it right now.
No, you're making sense.
Everybody lives with fear every day, and it's just interesting to see them have to actually battle it, and not like fear in their head, it's like an actual thing in front of them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's gonna. We both think it's gonna be. Really
I think it's gonna be good.
I'm excited as hell to see it.
Yeah.
So.
They actually have a solid. I mean, between just the three top names that you actually see there, the Jessica Chastain, Bill Hader, and James McAvoy. I mean, obviously those are well-known actors, arguably really good actors.
Yeah, and then they got a good.
They got a good cast, even the ones that I don't recognize, just looking them up, even the ones that I don't recognize, I think look like they'll be solid.
And I'll be excited to see these adult actors have to take on the characteristics of those kids. We need to know that that's who you were.
And that's always an interesting thing for actors
fun
to have to do, is taking on those personalities.
You know, the Haunting of Hill House, they really did it really well with that show. They really got it good. So, and I think that, you know, with the people that they've picked for certain roles, I think it'll be very good. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
James McAvoy will play a good one.
Yeah, I actually
Bill.
people were arguing online about who should do it. That Jessica Chastain was one of the top people they said would make sense for Beverly. She's got very similar physical characteristics. She's got a very similar softness to her voice.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you know, I think that they did a good job picking her. Another
so.
Amy Adams was another name thrown out there, which also would have been good. They're actually pretty similar.
Soft voice, that nice soft paleness.
Yeah, similar facial features. Yeah,
that could have been a good one. That would have been an interesting role for her to take. I don't think she's ever really done anything in the horror genre, so.
Yeah.
Not that
a lot of people wanted Chris Pratt to be Ben. I know that. A lot of people wanted him to do that, but probably less so now because so many people are mad at him after Endgame.
Right,
after Infinity War.
Infinity Wars, yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. Well, obviously not with that. We know that he wasn't cast as that, but that would have been an interesting role too. I just don't see Chris Pratt being in a horror movie yet. It
could have been interesting, but I think who they chose. Again, I don't know him. I haven't seen him anything in any of his other roles. I haven't seen him.
Yeah,
but he looks like he could be. I mean, he looks similar to the child actor. Obviously, if he thinned out a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Well, with the ones that we do know that they chose and the ones we don't know, I feel very strong on the ones they chose. So I feel very strongly that the ones that we don't know who they chose, they were good casting choices, because I feel like they'll do a good job.
Yeah. Well, and even if they get 5 out of 6 or whatever, even if most of them are solid and just one of them is mad, that's still pretty good. I mean, you're always rolling the dice with that kind of thing.
It looks like we'll be at a festival in the movie too. I just was thinking of that.
Because they were showing a lot of people, and they were showing him kind of like jumping over the statue in the crowd.
Pennywise going up with the balloon and stuff. So yeah, that'll be. This trailer I just really enjoyed because it left me with a lot of questions.
Well, it's interesting, obviously coming from somebody who doesn't already know the background story, it's interesting that they're adults and they're still seeing him, even though the adults in the first part were acting like they didn't know about him and had never seen him. And
Well,
you
but
know.
I believe my theory on that would be is those adults lived in like a naive kind of sublime over their eyes kind of thing. Like they're like,
Yeah.
we just don't acknowledge it. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, like we just won't even pretend to even think about it. But these kids were tormented, got away. So
Right,
he's
that's
already
true.
like almost infected their brains kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So that's going to be something that he's going to...
Makes me wonder, is it going to get to the point though where like all the adults at this festival thing,
We'll
are
see
they
what
all
they
going to be
see.
able to see him, or is it really just going to be them?
Well, like,
Probably most likely
even
just
in
them.
the miniseries, there was parts where things would happen and only they were the ones who saw it.
Yeah.
You know, as adults, that red balloon always comes back and it's always like floating around and doing something.
Yeah.
In the miniseries.
Yeah, no, that was interesting seeing all those balloons. There were a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of red balloons. So we'll see what he ends up
99.
doing with those. Yeah, 99 red balloons. So, well, until next time, may the films be with you.